right, guys, we are settled in at the scenic Blue Horizon in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Friday Night Fights presented by Budweiser. Billy Irwin and John Lark squaring off in a 10-round lightweight bout. John Lark, the Steel City Shark, is ranked number 4 by the IBF, and it's amazing that he is ranked that high. 136 pounds. He's 33 years of age, 23-5 with 13 knockouts. Billy Irwin out of Niagara Falls, Canada, is ranked number 12 by the IBF. He is 30 years of age, and Billy the Kid has a professional record of 25-3 with 15 knockouts. Well, he had 7 consecutive decision wins in which he went 4-3. But in his last 2 fights, as seen here on Friday Night Fights on the Deuce, some punching power from Billy Irwin all of a sudden. First on December the 11th here at the Blue, an 8th round stoppage of Chucky T. Irwin just pounded Chucky T throughout. And then on March 19th here at the Blue, a 2nd round TKO against David Armstrong. So Billy Irwin has suddenly found some power in his professional career. The referee is Ron Horrett. Not a spacious ring, 18 by 18 feet inside the ropes. We'll take a look at the Pennsylvania rules as governed by Greg Serb of the Pennsylvania Athletic Commission. No 3 knockdown rule, no standing 8 count. Fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round. The referee or doctor can stop at accidental cuts. They'll go to the scorecards after 4 rounds are complete. Billy Irwin has won his last 2. He's just 2-2 in his last 4. But Teddy, all of a sudden we're seeing some power out of Irwin.
Yeah, well, he has a new trainer, and he very candidly says, and he gives credit to his new trainer, saying that it's helped him. He's more comfortable with him, and he feels he's sitting down better.
Pat Kelly is the new trainer. They got together back in October of last year. He was his original trainer, and then he went off with Pat Kahn. But he says back with Pat Kelly, things are a little bit better, and right now it's Lark who starts out with the meaningful punches.
And Irwin better be careful he doesn't reach in. He reached in there, and he got caught because Lark's ready to punch. He's not moving, but he's a boxer. He's ready to punch if you reach in a little too far.
Take a look at the knockout ratio for Irwin, 54%. He has 3 knockouts after the 6th round, 46% for Lark, 8 first-round knockouts in his professional career.
And as you said, he's been involved in 10 one-round knockouts because he's been knocked out twice in the first round.
And he's been knocked out 5 times. Lark, sort of an interesting fellow as far as his career is concerned. He's had some long layoffs. A 29-month layoff between 1992 and 1995 where he fought just once. He said poor management. Then he challenged Philip Holliday for the IBF lightweight championship in February of 1996. He was knocked out in the 10th round. And he took 2 years and 9 months off. He said he was very depressed about the sport, needed some time off. Came back in November of last year and scored a first-round knockout against Walter Cowens, a man who has 99 professional losses.
To put it in an even stronger perspective, if necessary, that's 1 round, folks, in 3 years that he's boxed. As you can see, though, he is a boxer. He doesn't run, but he looks to step off and be able to punch at the right distance. When Irwin comes in, he looks to pick him up coming in and then just kind of walk out of range. But Irwin's trying to break him down a little bit, just cover up real well, and figures that he'll get to the older Lark. You're inactive that much. The legs possibly could start to wear down in the middle round.
And that makes it even more amazing that this is a guy who fought once in the last 3 years. Now the referee gives him a caution for pushing Irwin down. And he beat a guy who has 99 losses, and somehow John Lark is ranked number 4 by the IBF.
Yeah, you explain to me, Bob, because I'd like somebody to explain to me that arithmetic. Because, you know, I missed a couple classes in math, but that one must be part of the new math.
Right hand to the body by Lark. Lark has done a decent job with the body attack, Teddy, here in this first round.
Your hands are free your box. Your hands are free your box.
And usually that's the forte of Mr. Burley Irwin, because he likes to go to the body with that left hook. But he hasn't been able to get close enough to Lark right now. Lark, without running, you don't have to run to control distance and to box. He's just stepping, taking little steps out, and he's punching at the right time. You can see he's measuring with that jab, and then he's stepping back. Like the old timers would say, Irwin comes in 2 inches, Lark goes back 3.
Final seconds of this first round, and dictated by John Lark for the most part, especially with some decent body work. There's the bell to end round number 1 in the scheduled 10-round lightweight bout. Settle in and enjoy Friday night fights on the Deuce. Round number 2 underway between Billy Irwin and John Lark. I should mention, of course, all the pre-race coverage tomorrow with Chris Fowler on ESPN. And then the Belmont Stakes on ABC Sports as Charismatic goes for the Triple Crown. All that tomorrow, but right now we're settling in a little boxing. And in round number 1, Lark not that effective with his jab, but look how many more punches he threw than Irwin. And Teddy, Irwin may have landed 2 more shots, but you have to give the round to Lark. He was so much more aggressive.
That was an easy round to score, at least in my estimation, but sometimes you get fooled that way. Just like sometimes you get fooled by the ratings organization, as you were talking about before. You can take 3 years off, come back, and be number 4. I know a lot of guys that kind of like that system. And, you know, we kind of line up. I go by the street corner of my old neighborhood, and I have about 10 guys ready to join there. Take off 3 years, come back.
Oh, jab and then a right hand by Irwin, and Lark is hurt. He's kind of holding on. Irwin has to be restrained. Teddy, a good, strong jab by Irwin started that whole sequence.
Yeah, and the right hand landed in a bad spot, or a good spot for him, behind the ear, I believe. And that throws your equilibrium off. Your head is clear, but your legs don't work too good. And, you know, let's face it, the chin has always been suspect of Lark. He's been knocked out 5 times, and he's been knocked out twice early in fights.
And he is still on shaky ground.
If Irwin jumps on him, he's probably going to have a good shot to get rid of him here. There's a lot of time left in the round. Now you got to see what kind of finisher Irwin is. He's probably not a great finisher, Irwin, because he's a guy that's not a real feisty, you know, animated guy. He's settled. His strength is being real settled and being real together. And sometimes that can hurt.
Oh, left hand, a counter left hook sends Lark down.
Oh, he was a good finisher there because he's not getting up.
Ron Orrit stops it. A counter left hook by Billy Irwin, and he gets his 3rd consecutive knockout win. So, Teddy, it must be the trainer. He's got power all of a sudden.
Yeah. The opponents might have a little bit to do with it, too. But he's comfortable with his old trainer, and you can't blame him. And he took his time. He didn't waste anything. That time, taking his time, helped him be a good finisher. Sometimes he can hurt you, but that time it helped him because he placed his punch. He didn't waste anything. He got his distance real nice, and he finished with that left hook. And as we said, Lark, you know, one of the big questions about Lark, or the faults of Lark, is his chin department. His whiskers aren't too steady.
So Billy Irwin, ranked 12th by the IBF, knocks out the number 4 rated IBF lightweight in round number 2, and Billy Irwin is now 26-3 with 16 knockouts. And Teddy, we'll take a look at the first sequence. I think a good jab started everything for Billy Irwin.
Yeah, the jab sets up that right hand and went behind the ear. It flew off the legs there. You can see he was trying to stay close so Irwin wouldn't notice that he was hurt. But Irwin was smart. He took the distance away. He didn't let him fall into him. That's a smart move by the experienced Irwin.
And now Lark trying to level off some power punches, and watch this counter left.
Yeah, he gets his distance nice. Walks in, sets it up again, misses the right hand, but they tell you, come back with the left hook. Well, he did, and that finished the fight.
And they're helping John Lark up in stages right now. The 33-year-old out of Gary, Indiana. He was down. Then they get him sitting, and then they'll get him up. And John Lark is knocked out for the 6th time. 2:01 of round number 2. So hopefully the IBF will at least move Billy Irwin up in the rankings. And let's see if John Lark drops down. Billy Irwin, a 2nd round TKO against John Lark. Check in with